What's up, everybody? Welcome to Death Chat 500.
What's up, fam? How are we?
I'm Alexander Edward, and that's Tony Boswell right there. How's everybody doing today? Some good vibes across the land, I think.
I think so. I think it's an interesting vibe to say the least.
What do we think, folks? False flag? False flag to make Trump look cool and get automatically reelected?
I mean, if it's not a false flag, that I still feel like that was the outcome. Regardless,
Biden is so fucked. Like,
he's so fucked.
I'm just getting yeah, that's right. I'm just getting reports that Biden actually died of a heart attack after hearing about the news of the assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life.
Yep, exactly. Like the first thing that came to mind was like, oh, Biden would handle this so poorly. Biden would probably die from it like a fucking loser.
Biden would have tripped in just the right way to put his head in the path of the bullet.
Biden would have got shot, but that wouldn't have caused his death. The fall that he when he trips over himself, that would have caused the death. It would have been when they would have asked him what medicines he was allergic to, and he would have said, "I'm not allergic to this one, but I am allergic to this one," but got him reversed because he tends to get names of things that are really important reversed when it's really important and not get them reversed.
Right.
Yeah.
Now we're going to hear all about the assassination attempt on Trump's life, where the media is never going to shut the fuck up about it. Yet, you'll never hear anything about the assassination attempt on Biden's life, right? Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Trying to get an 85-year-old man to retire is a death sentence. You're wishing death on Joseph Robinette Biden if you want him to stand down, and I just hope we can find space for that conversation too.
Hold on real quickly. I know we're talking about something really important, but I need to get something really pressing out of the way. Really important. I'm not wearing sunglasses to try to look cool right now. I just lost my real glasses and my extra pairs back at my other house. Back at my house. And I can't read the comments without my sunglasses on. So I just want you to know I'm like not a complete asshole. I just look like one right now, and it's because making fun of my sunglasses would be ableist is what I'm saying. So I just want to get that out of the way. It's really important to me, more important than what we're talking about actually. So I just want to get that out of the way real fast.
I didn't think you were trying to look cool. I just assumed you had the mind of a 3 or 4 or maybe 5-year-old, and you got nervous while around people, and an older, cooler friend had told you that those glasses actually make you invisible.
Yeah, it actually wasn't an older, cooler friend. It was a little child. It was a little kid that was like, I wear these. These make me feel powerful, so I stole them from him. I was like, these work for you. They got to work for me. I stole them from a little kid, and now I'm wearing them.
Cool. Yeah, so somebody shot at Trump. I mean, people have... Let me try to pull up the video here. Pretty crazy. He reaches... There's gunshots. He reaches to his cheek without even flinching, really. That's one reason I think it's fake. I'm just kidding. I don't
is there like video of the whole thing now? I haven't seen the video of the whole thing yet.
Yeah, there's video of it.
Are we allowed to watch that?
Yeah, let me pull it up. Sorry, I guess I should have had that ready. You know, this is just when you get like working class people to do a podcast, you know, it's not all going to be professional.
Vincent, I'm so happy we're breaking the news to you. That's so great.
Slick or anything like that. All right. This is just two normal people hosting a show. Let me pull it up here.
What is funny, I don't know about you, but in my circles and the conversations I've been having have been a lot of, it's so funny these things haven't happened lately. It's so weird that this stuff hasn't. I was having this conversation last night. It's so weird that this hasn't happened lately. I feel like it's ripe for it. And then I woke up I didn't wake up, and then I got the news later on. I was like, oh yeah, wow, it's Kismet, baby. We manifested this, and it just backfired.
Yeah, I don't know enough about like Secret Service detail to say why this happened now and not like I don't know what the mistake was that allowed somebody in the crowd. It sounds like. Yeah, let's watch the video. Okay, can everybody see the screen? All right, looks like it.
Yo, shout out Jordan.
Yeah, this is from Jordan Uhl, friend of the show. So the video is kind of long, so let me rewind it. It starts right as the first shots are happening, and you can see Trump reach to his cheek.
Take a look at what happened.
This guy right here in the hat is also the fake reincarnation of JFK.
Oh yeah. Icon.
Moving to spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you. Ready. Move. Up. Move. Go.
Okay, say they're going to move him right here. They don't move him for a little bit. Let me scrub forward.
That part does it. This, like, why can we hear? I mean, I guess the mics are on.
It's Trump's mic.
Yeah.
And you can hear them say "shoot her down" at some point, and that's when they actually start to move him, I believe. Let me see if I can work backwards from there. That's where he comes up.
Let's move. Shooters down. Are we good to move? We're clear.
The guy in the tactical gear is just a fan. He's just there.
He's actually a 15-year-old. His mother drove him across state lines to protect Donald Trump.
Come on. Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes.
Hold on in your head.
He really wants his shoes for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to like.
Ooh, I didn't know his shoes fell off. What a L. Major. Maybe if
I
people know
think
his shoes
so.
fell off, it's pretty bad.
I mean, he really played this whole situation right. There's no point in Monday morning quarterbacking this
true.
guy because, man, spoiler alert.
Oh. This is an iconic moment right here we're about to watch.
So we got to move to the class.
He's like,
let me get my shoes on.
let me get my shoe. He just like eminent queen. Just even in the face of death, he's like, let me get my goddamn shoes on.
I think I heard him say no free toes. No toes for free. I think he's right though. If we saw his feet, that would be bad for his campaign. So he's smart.
Okay, interesting.
Watch out.
He's just, I mean, there's no, he's like a political, he's a savant.
Oh, God damn it.
He tells them the Secret Service is enveloping him as they're about to push him away. And he says, wait. And he pushes through the Secret Service to fist pump at the audience with blood on his face.
What a crazy goated move.
And he's
say,
like,
wait.
He's saying like, fuck. Like, look at his lips when he says this.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm just saying, fuck it. God damn.
And then the photograph that you're going to see all over is like an upward angle of him giving the raised fist with blood on his face as there's a giant American flag directly above him.
God damn.
Pretty insane. Like another stroke in the column for this is a manufactured event. I don't really necessarily think that. It's just, I always, anytime there's something wild like this happens that took some sort of human engineering or endeavor, it's like who benefits from it. It's one of the best, I think, ways to evaluate a given circumstance, from like a layperson's perspective at least. And I mean, the MAGA voters are like, oh, he won. He won today. Today's the day Trump won.
I think anybody with any like common sense almost knows like today's the day he won. That's wild. It's funny because I was, when people were saying, it's like a inside job type thing. It's like it's an op, I didn't really give any credence to that until I saw this right now. The only thing I think is suspect about this is how many shots there were and how no one else caught a stray.
No, they did.
Oh, they did.
Yes, 2 people went to the hospital. I believe one of them died.
Well, good. That means that's a good thing. That means it's authentic.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying it means it's more valid. It's more valid.
I'm glad they gave their life to reassure you that this was.
Wait, they
this wasn't a
died?
false. Yeah, I just said that. One of them
Oh,
died. I said one of
Jesus
them died,
Christ.
and you said good right after it several times.
Oh, I thought you just said other people got like shot. Man, that's brutal.
Multiple gunshot bystanders. From what AP has been reporting, and then I believe at least one person has died. So yeah, crazy event, tragic event for those people.
Cesspool says they're saying 2 deaths, including the shooter.
Right, the shooter.
Of course,
the
the shooter's dead. Of course,
killed. Yeah, no evidence. You know, let me read from Newsmax here. Trump bleeding, rushed off after assassination attempt. Shooter, rally attendee dead. Presumptive Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump campaign rally was interrupted by shots fired Saturday night. Yeah, there's going to be errors in this. I read a few errors when I was reading through it. Was interrupted by shots fired Saturday night around 6:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Pennsylvania. Secret Service buried him at the podium before the sounds from his mic saying "shooter down." Defiant Trump rose after moments with what looked like blood from his ear, saying, "Let me get my shoes," holding up a defiant fist and shouting, "Fight." Oh, he's shouting "fight," I guess.
that's pretty cool.
Fight.
Fuck, it's way cooler though. Fight's actually kind of terrifying. Like that's like a rally cry.
We are hearing from Pennsylvania police sources that they believe President Trump was not struck by a bullet, but hit by glass fragments. That's interesting. One source told us they think the teleprompter might have been hit, and that caused the teleprompter glass to hit the former president.
Does this mean we're gonna have to like hear people talk about how the left can't shoot?
Yeah, that's one of the things we're going to hear about. Yeah. This is definitely going to make Trump like more annoying, but also it's going to give him like whatever street cred or masculinity cred he's been cosplaying this whole time. He's going to like actually have some of it now.
Yeah, like I said on Twitter, I was like, this is going to be better for his career than when 50 Cent got shot. Like, this is going to, he's, because like, honestly, I think we all know that other people might not be able to handle a glass fragment. You know, so it's like Jesus.
This is the other thing I wanted to read right here. Reaction poured in quickly, and Elon Musk said he will now, quote, fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery.
I hate this world we live in. I hate the fact that there was a presidential assassination, and the first opinion we got in on it from a third party is from Elon fucking Musk. He's not even an American. Not even an American. That's wild.
Free speech, dude. Sounds like you hate free speech, man.
Yeah, I'm just a nationalist. I think that it's an American right that Americans have, and that's why we're so cool. And he's not an American. He's like he's a super op. He's a white South African. So
this is what they're saying. They're saying that Biden did stochastic terrorism against Trump. I've seen this meme. I've seen this tweet now, but I'll cross-posted to Facebook. It's like traveling rapidly that allegedly Joe Biden said to his supporters, quote, "It's time to put Trump in a bullseye."
Did he say that?
I don't know. This is Newsmax, so like it's not even just the reporting is suspect. It's like the actual intent of the writing is questionable. Listen, okay, quote, "I have one job, and that's to beat Donald Trump," Biden said earlier this week. Quote, "I'm absolutely certain I'm the best person to be able to do that, period. So we're done talking about the debate." No punctuation. Line break. Quote, "It's time to put Trump in a bullseye," end quote. George W. Bush issued a statement. Quote, this is like speed, like somebody's typing notes down in a blog post, and that's basically what we're reading. I don't think that there's audio of this. I think it was just like reported that he said this to supporters. I mean, if there might be audio, I'd like, how could you tell? if there were audio. Like, there might as well not be audio for anything he says.
Well, I mean, can he even get in trouble now? Because this was a presidential act. You know, if he did discount Seth Rogen here says that apparently a Republican congressman said that they should hold Biden accountable for this. So maybe that's why it was passed, is because they knew that he was going to incite an assassination attempt, and they needed to clear his name before it happened.
So there are 4,000 comments on the Newsmax comment section for this article. I took some screenshots earlier, but it's just there's too many to even look at. So I was just gonna go through them. DJT gets as much compassion as he gave Paul Pelosi, which was none. I think that's funny. That's a cool.
Totally. I like that one.
Ride
I
or
heard
die
the shooter
for
was
Paul.
actually supposed to shoot him in the dick. I heard he said he wanted him to come shoot him in the dick.
It's just funny being like ride or die for Paul Pelosi. That's why I don't like Trump, is because of how rude he was to Nancy's husband. Yeah, I'm too overwhelmed to read these. Yeah, Skyrider says, time to roll on DC, by the million, '*S, of American constitutional patriots. As the elite Democrats just started Civil War II. Pat Manbin says the Dems love violence. They are behind the Antifa black shirts. They are behind the Ukraine war. They support Hamas. Killing babies is their most beloved issue. And they did this. They are the biggest threat to America in history, and they must be stopped.
That was the one thing. This was the thing about an attempt like this is it's only really truly effective if it works, if you do it, because other than that, you just kind of make him look like a hero. And I don't think that, that the Dems or the left would be too upset about being critiqued about being ultra violent if it was if there was an outcome of it. But the only outcome of it is we just made him look cooler. And that's so fucking brutal. And I knew that was going to be immediately going to be the whole thing. Yep, that's the violent left. I know, my grandma's going to say it. My grandma's going to be they're so violent. Why? What's with the violence?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to wait to see who they identify the shooter as. Yeah, I don't he might be a Democrat, probably just a crazy person.
Yeah, if anything, I feel like he's somebody who thought. I mean, there's a good chance he's one of the people who was a huge Trump fan and now finds him disappointing. Yeah,
maybe.
But it doesn't matter because the narrative is already going to be out there that it was specifically a leftist Democrat. A thing that doesn't exist.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. It could be a communist Democrat.
Yeah.
Commie-crat. This is one of the posts I saw in the Let's Go Brandon Facebook group. Just a general thread about video showing he was hit in the right ear. He is bleeding, but he's all right. Gerard Ambrosio. This is just the comment that showed to me in the preview while I was in my feed.
Fucking name.
Any friend or family voting Democrat in November is no longer a friend or family to me. These people are lunatics, demented, and don't have the mental capacity to be in my or your circle.
It's funny because I'm saying that, but for entirely different reasons.
I think that's cool. This is a good way to con people into joining your political movement. It's we're so much smarter than all those people that hate us and disowned us and won't visit or call, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
They don't have our shared mental capacity, which is very high.
I have this problem where I don't have many friends because I'm just too smart. I intimidate them. It's why people don't want to hang out with me. And then, I try to find smarter friends, but they just don't exist. Except for there's just one person I talk to. I think they live in Wyoming. Their username is but that's totally the mentality.
Also, this is what the Biden campaign is doing while Trump is posing with his fist raised, surviving an apparent assassination attempt. During Joe Biden's call with the Congressional Progressive Caucus, the president said his staff passed him a note to, quote, stay positive. You are sounding defensive. Biden read the note out loud to the participants on the call.
Jesus Christ.
It's cool, man.
So sick. That's brutal. And like the combination of things, like this has been a bad week for Dems. Like
has it? Oh, because of Biden, right?
Just because of Biden, yeah. And then this, that doesn't help at all. That's brutal. Like you can't. The one guy who should be able to like read a note and not read it out loud. The one guy you really want to be able to do that, is the president. Like imagine if when Bush is reading that book to those kids, he got a note passed to him and accidentally goes to the kids like, 2,000 people are jumping from a building right now that got hit by a plane crash.
Right. It's a good skill to have.
Don't tell the kids. I guess I shouldn't tell. It's a really good skill to have.
You got to know when not to say stuff as the president. Definitely. Rick Horner, again, in the Let's Go Brandon Facebook group. These are like some of the most popular groups I'm in, so they're just always in my feed. Says, do not fire until fired upon, ... Whelp, period. Unload, period.
And what sucks is, so the person who fired is dead, and he's not talking about the person who fired. That's what's terrifying about this.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good comments, like open season on libtards. I think that's what I titled the post in Patreon. I liked this one. So this is Conservative Freaks, one of the Facebook pages that I followed. They had like a general thread. It was funny. Attention patriots, assassination attempt on Trump's life. Leave news here, or like leave facts here as they come. And it's just like post your favorite memes about facts in the comments section.
Calling your facts from a comment section on Facebook is like the worst idea ever.
No, study them. Study the comments.
Study the comments. They are enlightening.
But in the comment section, we of course had Madeline K. Norton saying Civil War time. Minion's Law, folks.
It's been a minute since we had such a pure one.
Yeah, that's what is that? 4 exclamation points behind the Civil War time. Yeah. But then Conservative Freaks replies, you must be very careful posting such things. Yeah.
Actually, bro, if you want to see other people posting this exact same thing, we have over 600 episodes. If you want to go and check that out.
I'm here to tell you, be very careful about posting Civil War time unless you want to be on Minion Death Cult.
Yeah, that's going to be the recourse here. Is you're going to get a few thousand people laughing at you.
It's just funny how you don't have to be careful at all posting Civil War time. It's like one of the AI responses on every news article, that Facebook Meta suggests to you, like congratulations or tell me more about the Doobie Brothers. It just says Civil War time. Usually 5 exclamation points though. But then Conservative Freaks wanted to be sure, so they also commented in their own comment section. Okay. Period. We just experienced, parentheses, some of you were watching, end parentheses, what some of us believed was inevitable, but absolutely evil. Going forward, we will not accept calls to civil war under any circumstances. Please keep yourself in check. Trump is okay and getting checked out. This is by Salty Patriot. That's who posted this one.
Did the comment section just become like a fight for the First Amendment after that, like not being censored, or did the member numbers just start dropping like flies?
This page does post about their follower count. They're like, okay, we're back up to 24,000 followers. Good job, team.
Good job. It's a delicate, dance to dance when you're trying to like be a fascist and be a conservative freak, but also you don't want to go too crazy.
Well, and you also don't want to sound too self-serving when you're posting about follower counts and trying to improve your reach and things like that. Some of that could be best left to the imagination of the consumer. However, it is part of your life. Running the Facebook page is part of who you are as a creator. And maybe that is what some people want to hear about. They do want to hear about how Facebook ads isn't promoting your posts in the most efficient way.
I mean, for someone like me who's really into like Facebook admin lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like I get it. I get it.
Facebook admin is like one of the few humans left on Facebook.
Yeah.
I think Facebook is mostly admins of
They're actually important
groups and pages. But I like this idea. Like the FBI is going to be looking for Civil War being posted on like. I'm sorry, no. There's too many. No. It's like, how many times do you think the phrase Civil War has been posted? Like a billion times in the last 4 years.
Like not only that, but like Civil War time is like the most tame way to put it. Most times when it's Minion's Law, it's like an actual description of some actionable thing they want to do. So just saying vague Civil War time is great.
I have this actual post here, and it's good. There's some good stuff in it. Again, this was happening so quickly, I didn't have time to like screenshot stuff, but just this post, 300 comments. I was kind of watching it in real time. Top comment, Tracy Todd. He just won in a landslide. So he just won in a landslide, 111 upvotes. Accurate. Like they're like happy this happened, kind of. I'm not even saying that in like I'm like trying to critique them or say that they're this death cult. They like. I mean,
yeah.
Honestly, like the assassination attempt on the leader that fails, that's like a universal kind of narrative. I don't know if that's necessarily a fascist narrative, although it ties in with a lot of that, the trappings of that, to be sure. But it's just like it's a universal kind of thing. They tried to kill me and couldn't.
Hey, just real quick, we do have some people asking in the chat. What is Minion's Law, Alex? We haven't broken down Minion's Law in a minute.
Oh yeah, Minion's Law is it's like Godwin's Law. It just says, as any conversation continues under a Facebook post, like a local news article or maybe a meme or something, as the conversation continues, inevitably somebody will call for civil war. As the comment section approaches infinity, there's a 100% chance that somebody will have said civil war time.
And this has been proven because it not only happens in articles about a presidential assassination, but also happens in articles about KFC trying out Impossible Nuggets. So we have proven this. This is a law. This is Minion's Law. We have proven this time and time again. So that it's fun when the stuff is like so fast and so. Like I said, that's the most tame way to do it, is just say the words.
This is the photo right here.
Oh fuck! That who's that photographer? That blue sky.
The photographer who planted this flag here, right?
Yeah. Why is that flag at that angle? That's kind of oppish.
I actually saw firefighters hanging that flag earlier in the day. Very interesting.
You know what sucks? This is now going to be the most iconic fist raised picture in history.
No.
For a minute. Like it's not gonna be the Olympics anymore. It's gonna be this guy. I'm happy he did clench his fist, because I feel like he could have done another hand gesture and just got as much love from people.
Yeah, there's some close up of the blood on his face. All right, let me view. These are all the comments in this comment section. There was some good stuff. This is the picture of a true leader. This picture just sealed his presidency. Thank you, Jesus. Divine intervention. Chris Roy, I like this, says the real danger is at medical. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody's celebrating. Everybody's like, oh, they thought they got him, but they didn't. Do you really think they're that stupid? They just kill Trump in the open? No. They wait until he's undergoing medical treatment, getting stitches for his ear or possibly surgery, and then they swap him.
They swap him out. Yep.
They do the switcheroo, and they put a double in there. And that's why, like I said on Twitter and like I said on Facebook, Mr. President, if you're listening and there's still time, do not accept any anesthesia. Do not. Oh, it's localized anesthesia bullshit. And if you can help it, have the stitches done by a doctor friend or a veterinarian friend, someone that you trust.
And see, that's actually why I think that what people don't talk about is like, trad wife this and trad wife that. Like, I don't really care what kind of casserole you can cook. I need you to be able to stitch me up and keep quiet. That's the most important thing a wife can do, is to be able to stitch me up and hold me down. And I don't know. I actually don't know if my first lady, Melania, could do that.
Somebody said Melania in the comments, like she's the one who planned it, and that was kind of nice. Like, I think it was probably a Democrat who said that. So maybe it doesn't count as nice, but I was like, oh, here's a little just wife bad stuff mixed in with like the actual calls for violence.
Because we have also learned, along with Min's Law, most things that are bad in the world are actually my wife's fault.
I liked this one. Brooke says, when you can't win, you become irrational. Biden can't win. And I do like that explanation of events. You're like, okay, who stands to benefit if Trump dies? Well, Biden, obviously. And it's like, this is like why it doesn't make sense that there was an assassination attempt from the left or whatever, because it's like, I think any other standard Republican would have a even better chance against Biden.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody who doesn't have Trump's negative numbers, Like, Trump is the only guy that Biden could beat, and he probably can't even do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's definitely not now. And it's funny, I think about too, like, put myself in the headspace of someone trying to shoot me, right? And then while I'm on the floor, I have the realization, like, oh, my ear is just grazed. And also, like, but people think I was shot. I get to go so hard right now.
Oh yeah.
And to have that type of like thinking on your feet is just really impressive.
He can work a crowd. That's one thing he's been able to do for a long time.
I think he did it, and he just wanted a little vacation before he became president again.
Yeah.
I think he just needed to take a week off.
It's funny. Okay, so the bullet possibly hit the teleprompter. What if that is what the sniper was aiming for? Although I don't even know if it was a sniper, right? I think it was some guy in the crowd. So was there a second shooter? We don't know. We don't know, folks.
It's wild. Because I've heard there's someone on a rooftop, which I think you just go to when it's an assassination attempt. But they seem to have like got the person who was shooting really fast. And I think it was on a rooftop. That doesn't happen. But I don't know. We're not going to know anything for a minute, for real. Yeah, but that's just like.
But I do like when you can't win, you become irrational. Like this was Biden. This was Biden lashing out. This was Biden. It backed into a corner like a wild animal. Of course, he was going to lash out like this.
Yeah,
I really like imagining Joe Biden like that, like a raging beast who doesn't know how else to react, and so he orders a wet work squad on Donald Trump.
And then to like double down on that too, it's like he's irrational and like he called us out, but he's also so incompetent he couldn't make it actually happen. Mm-hmm. And I think doesn't Trump have like an assassination under his belt? Didn't
Soleimani?
Yeah, so he has an assassination under his belt.
I mean, all presidents do, if you're counting that.
Well, I think Biden was only when he was vice president. I don't think Biden's got one.
You don't think Biden's killed somebody in the 4 years that he was president?
Not a leader.
Who cares? What do you like? I don't know. Maybe he's probably got some leader in Afghanistan or whatever.
Yeah, that we just don't know the name of.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's more badass to kill a leader or to kill scores of fighters or civilians.
I can just see. They're all just that logic against him is all.
Yeah. Yeah, more comments here. Again, they're just all posting the photo. You're going to be seeing this until you die. All right? Until the internet breaks down, this is what you're going to be seeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Michael
gonna
Andrew Walker says they just gave him the election. Again, they know that it's good.
Yeah.
Sydney, I like this, says time to play Cowboys and Democrats. 2 exclamation points. And you actually shouldn't say that anymore. Democrats is not politically correct to say.
It's also funny because, like, I don't know, do people even play, quote, Cowboys and Indians anymore?
No, this person is fucking 70 years old.
Because, like, even like kids would be like, oh, I don't want to. So, okay, we're gonna play Cowboys and Indians. Do you want to be the genocider or the genocider? Which one do you want to be today?
Mm-hmm.
And then the kids will just be like, well, I'm lighter than you, so I'll go ahead and be the cowboy. And that's just how the kids' logic works. And yeah, it's like, who even says that anymore? And what they are saying is, like, if they're really going by what I'm saying, they're saying time to pass out smallpox blankets to the Democrats.
Yeah, let's do some genocide. No, this is an old ass. I've seen this before. Like, this is a rare one you don't see anymore.
Yeah.
This is definitely like a almost Obama era meme, I think.
Yeah.
Possibly earlier,
Yeah.
Here's a gif of of a bald eagle with its eye twinkling and colorful drawn fireworks erupting around its head.
Actually, I'm doing the meme where it's that gif and then the picture below it, and I'm like, same picture, same thing.
Yeah, corporate
Same
wants
thing.
you to find the difference between Donald Trump with blood on his face raising his fist and this bedazzled bald eagle made by Blingy, the GIF masters at
How is that still
Blingy.
around?
I
think it's just old people are downloading Blingy, right? I can't believe Blingy is still a thing.
Oh, it's an app? I thought it was like a website you would visit.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's been around forever.
And you just put in it's like getting glamour shots, animated glamour shots, man. Yeah. I mean, Blingy looked familiar, but I've never used it.
It goes back to a time when you would have said the phrase like, "Oh, did you bling out your profile pic?"
Oh, yeah. That's
how far back that goes.
Yeah. Oh, my MySpace was so blingy. It had a From Ashes Rise song that automatically played when you visited my website. Yeah. It had my 5 top friends were Integrity, Sepultura, Ringworm, maybe All Out War, and Despise You, probably.
And then you can choose from like 3 YouTube videos to watch. Good old days.
Yeah, just posting the photo with him with blood. This one's this was the first photo I saw where he's like grimacing with blood on his face. Looks bad. It would still be a good propaganda, but it looks like he's like, oh, I'm gonna get blood in my mouth. Gross. Like that's kind of what it looks like. But they obviously got a better photo of him yelling with the blood on his face. Anyway, that was just my personal journey with it.
I know that he's wherever because I don't think he's even in the hospital. I think he's fine. I know wherever he's at, he's wishing he would have done this move. He wish he would have gone.
Licked his finger.
And just all badass. Like kickboxer. Like the scene in Kickboxer.
Yeah. That would have been probably
so badass.
That would have won him every single RFK Jr. supporter.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Easily.
Piotr says, "This is war." Again, I liked this guy. Sawdust Edelston says, "Democrats are in fear." And that's why they tried to kill Trump is because, again, they were scared and they were back to, I can feel it's afraid. There's going to be memes of like the shooter's dead body and Neil Patrick Harris is going to be touching him in his Nazi SS uniform saying, it's afraid.
Yep, totally. It's afraid. I thought you were going to say it was going to be him as Doogie Howser trying to save him.
Oh, trying to operate on him. About the only one I would trust, honestly. Right? The Democrats are in fear comment. I couldn't help but notice the profile pic. Are you guys all seeing this?
Is that like a cinnamon toast crunch? What's going on?
No, it's a salty cracker with an animated face doing the OK sign with both of his like Mickey Mouse gloved hands.
This is amazing. Hey, take it back, brothers. You guys go ahead and take cracker back.
Remember that kid who went on Fox News because somebody made a meme of him? They put his face on a literal cracker and then they showed the meme on Fox News. Yeah, this is what happens. Now we're all crackers.
And just so you're not confused, he's going to be doing 2 OK hands.
But you probably think it's nothing. You probably think it's about race, huh?
Yeah. Oh, you think just because it's a cracker, an actual unleavened bread snack is doing an OK sign? Wow.
Yo Bippo says, who says whites don't have culture? Yeah.
So real.
Yeah. No, but it's like Tony said, you got to reclaim it, you know?
I would love like an earnest attempt at that because I do want to hear, because what's going to happen is if whites do take back cracker, they're still going to use like a black affectation when they're using it. They're going to say like, what's up, my cracker? And it's going to be incredible. It's going to be so awesome.
Who was it here? PJB asked me if I've gotten any insane emails yet. I did get a Kerry Lake fundraiser email at about 5 p.m. through law enforcement today. That's just Kerry Lake fundraising. That's kind of funny for that to go out during Trump, while Trump could be dying for all she knows, for all she cares, apparently.
It's only bad because not that they sent it out, but they didn't like re-edit it to where it says like, we're under attack. We need your help now more than ever.
That's what I'm shocked. I haven't seen an email from the Trump campaign yet. What about, I wonder if he's posting truths. I'm sorry. I'm not logged in on my truth account here. Let me see if I can, what is it? Truth dot win? Truth dot patriot?
So sick.
I don't even know if I could ever get on Truth. I could get on Truth, but like I think you can't search. No.
Don't get on Truth. If you get on Truth, you're going to crash. We're going to lose you.
Truth Social wanted something from me that I wasn't willing to give. It like needed my phone number or something, I believe.
Yeah, that's where I cut it off. I only give my phone number to hot, lonely singles, hot divorced moms who are 10 miles away.
Yeah, once my username, and Chrome is suggesting all of my usernames that I use across like my Newsmax account, my Epoch Times account. So I don't know. I'm sorry, folks. George Feliciano says, I left Cuba because of this shit. Because of all the assassination attempts on Castro.
Yeah, totally.
Were done by the US. So
yeah. He was trying to get away from American-run assassination attempts. I understand that. He had to get away from it. He came back here, and it's still happening here. It's crazy.
I love Catherine saying every liberal on the planet is pure evil. And then Gary Buck right underneath saying, fucking libtards!
I love that. It's I don't know. It's great because like you're saying like we're all evil. You know, like everybody who's not you is like evil. Anyone who's left of you is evil and like awful. And but like the name you're still running with is like libtards. Like honestly, it's time to step it up to Democrats, dude. Like you need to like work your words better.
Mike L. Douglas, not to be confused with Michael Douglas, says, "Here, Libby, find this POS. No quarter." They already killed him.
Yeah.
So I hope that's satisfying enough. I love him like doing like Elmer Fudd noises in his mind as he hunts for the liberal who shot at Donald Trump.
I love how like no quarter is part of it because like no quarter means like take no prisoners, right? Basically, it's like the militia version of take no prisoners.
Yeah, I believe it means take no prisoners.
And it's just funny because it's like, oh, you what? Yeah, don't house them. Don't take him into your home. It's like, okay.
Well,
I mean, also he's dead.
I think it means kill him. Like you're not even gonna arrest him. You're just going to kill him.
Also, I'm being pretty presumptuous. I'm assuming it was a man. At this point, I'm just assuming it was a man. It would be. I hope it's not a non-man, like a non-cis dude or whatever, because that would be bad against the whole like women can't shoot mentality.
Totally.
So, but if it would have worked, it would have been a really girl boss moment.
Lance Buell says, "God help the liberals. Maybe they really do want a civil war. They should be careful what they wish for."
Yes, the liberals, the ones always calling for civil war.
Yeah. You just like go see what's going on in my feed. I don't know there was something else that just happened. Anyway, and there was like one more update that I saw. Maybe it was it a Biden thing? I don't remember. Biden did say that whoever shot at Trump was a coward. It was a cowardly act.
I don't think so. I think that in order to do that, you got to kind of like, in order to like, because we talk about people have been saying like, why does this happen more right now? I feel like we're ripe for it, but it's because people are not like willing to like die for this shit. Actually,
Joel Price says, "How did guy get by Secret Service with a gun?" 6 question marks. Matthew.
I mean, it's a reasonable question.
Exactly. There's more to it. There's always more to it. Alphabet Soup facilitated it. Here we go. Sarah Isherwood. Here we go. Lynn says, "I think he was news media." Oh, that's what I heard. That's what I just saw.
Yeah.
I just saw people immediately turned around and looked at NPR after the gunshots rang out and were like, "You guys did this."
I heard the reason we don't know much about the shooter is because it was Rachel Maddow.
Would make so much sense. Her dad was in the military.
Exactly.
She's practically raised on military bases.
But unfortunately, she was doing it because, Trump hasn't been vocal enough about supporting Israel.
Ron says, "Be interesting. Shooters background several millions of pissed of Trumpers." That's right. That's totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody says he was on a roof outside. Joshua says he was on a roof outside. I don't know. I haven't read that reporting yet. Yeah, but here we go. Donna says, "Funny how Brandon just said the other day that, quote, we need to put a bullseye on Trump, and today there's assassination attempt."
Well, they didn't listen. They did not put him in a bullseye.
Yeah, and how really, like, you expect Joe Biden to do this himself? Like, he did what he was supposed to. He delegated the responsibility. I do think it's funny that they're like, he just said, put him in a bullseye, and then this happens. Like, what is the connection there in people's minds? Is it like he was saying a trigger word for a mentally ill programmed CIA agent asset? That was like, but it's like, well, the code word could be anything then, it maybe shouldn't be bullseye, or do they think he like worked up Democratic voters so much by saying we need to put Trump in a bullseye that it finally like put somebody over that was such violent language that it put somebody over the edge?
I would be more concerned if he didn't say put him in a bullseye, if he said put him in the news. That's my new favorite threat. It's from a song, and the hook is put him in the news. Put him in the news. It's like, that's a gnarly.
Yeah.
Like, if Biden would have gone out there and been like, "Hey, yo, put this motherfucker on t-shirts. Airbrush, put this motherfucker on airbrush t-shirts." That would have been different. But he, bullseye just meant like, we got to focus. We got to pay. This is our number one priority in the whole country right now is Donald Trump. And like, fuck, that sucks.
And that's like, that's the same game plan that Hillary Clinton ran, and the same game plan that Biden ran his first time was, we're going to make anti-Trump our whole candidacy, our whole the thing we're running here, our campaign.
And honestly, I was really ready to throw the towel in on Biden. I was ready to not vote for him because I was going through my own thing. But because we got name brand back, we got name brand Zins, full flavors back. He might have my vote again. So I'm not too upset about it anymore, regardless of this. So that's a big, I wish he would report on that. That's what he should do. He should go, I don't know if you guys have noticed that Zins are available again, but they are. You're welcome. That'd be a good move for him.
Anthony says Donald Trump is not getting full Secret Service protection. The woman in charge of the Secret Service was a DEI appointed person, not even close to being qualified in the job. Hoorah!
Brother,
yeah,
you just wasted so many words. You just said it was a woman in charge. You didn't have to say anything about the DEI.
That's the Secret Service is woke now. They can't even protect the president. How many other presidents have been shot? I mean, I know it was like reportedly glass from the teleprompter, but we're counting it, right? We're counting it as getting shot. Like that's what everybody's going to remember in 10, 15 years was that Trump was shot.
No, that's going to be things like pretty soon. It's going to be well, actually, it was just a shard of glass from shrapnel.
I will say that. I will say that.
I will totally say. I'm saying, but that's going to be the truth.
Because it's less cool. Like sure, getting shot is cool. Getting hit with debris is still cool, but it's like less cool.
Yeah, I have a cousin who got a Purple Heart for debris, for shrapnel.
See, this is why he couldn't serve in the military. He had to be here at that moment to deflect debris. Because think about who was behind him. They might not have been able to withstand the piece of glass.
Because see, the body can only take so much shrapnel, and he knew that. So he knew he couldn't risk going to war because he was going to take on a lot of shrapnel. Because he's a very brave man. He was going to put himself in harm's way, but he knew that he was going to have to take shrapnel one day. And that's all he's going to be able to take. He can't do no more shrapnel. So they knew that. So you got to wait for it. You got to time it out.
I love the idea because there's a woman in charge of the Secret Service. All the other Secret Service agents can't do their jobs effectively. It's like, I don't know. It's just once again demonstrates like the hierarchical nature of conservatism. You know, that they're just like, well, yeah, the Secret Service, they're only as good as the one person in charge of everything. Or like, I mean, I guess charitably you could be like, well, she has access to be able to tell like two other Secret Service agents to stand down. Hey, that guy in the trench coat on the roof next to you, do not engage. Do not engage.
Hey, ignore him. That's the homie. I don't just, they're cool. Don't worry about them.
This person
is the person in charge of the CIA right now a woman?
We're talking about the Secret Service.
In charge of the Secret Service a woman?
I'm inclined to believe these people.
At least his like crew.
I'm inclined to believe that these freaks are obsessed enough with this stuff to at least know that it's a woman.
But like knowing Donald Trump's character too, he might have like played himself. If that's the logic they're taking, he might have played himself because I feel like there's a moment like, hey, who do you want to be in charge of your detail? And he said someone with a nice rack. And then they did it, and now he has an incompetent woman running a Secret Service. He played himself.
Right. We'd have to see when that head of the Secret Service was appointed, because I think they're talking about like the federal level, right? And I bet it was frickin' Brandon. I bet Brandon's the guy who did it.
Oh, wow. Brandon set him up.
I like the Starless says maybe it was going those 3D posse guns. Who knows? 3D printed guns.
Printed? Yeah.
Maybe. But Democrats do what they want. It's us Republicans and conservatives that are screwed. I don't forget rhinos do what they want to trade when this is over. I hope they all go to jail for life, and the punishment for treason, which we all know.
We all know.
Strangulation by me. I'm the one who gets to do it
in public.
Mm-hmm.
In the town square. Thank you, Zerg Troll. I do like these glasses.
Here we go. I got a link to a tweet. Shooter Eyewitness tells us what happened. This is an unbelievable clip. Stop what you're doing and listen to this. It says BBC News on it. I have not verified that any of this is real. Okay. I just want everybody to know. I did what you're supposed to do on the internet, which is click on a link for fun.
Yeah.
I am not, we'll have to watch this to see how real it is.
Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to.
Okay, to be clear, okay,
if it opened up in a separate link, you got to open it up in the display.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Oh, yep. Stanley confirms. The head of Secret Service is Kimberly Chattel, appointed by Biden.
Yeah, told you.
He might have just been trying to like set up Trump to do a sexual assault and use it against him in the campaign, which I respect that chess move.
Okay, so this is supposedly the BBC News talking to a guy in a MAGA visor with the fake orange spiked hair. I'm not joking.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I've never seen this before. So it's not a Make America Great Again visor. It's a Trump 2020 visor, but I think he might have written 4 over the 0 in magic marker because there's like black smudges over the 0.
That's how you let people know you're an OG. That's how you know people you've been down since the jump.
But the hair isn't even like Trump hair. It's just the like ginger, almost reddish. Like
it's just color matched to his beard. Like, because he bought the red one, because you can buy the black one, the blonde one, or the red one, but he wants the one where he can maybe convince people this might actually be his hair.
Totally, because he is a ginger. Wow.
I think this is more of like a toupee to him than it is like a silly hat.
Okay.
At one point he's going to go, and I'm still punk, as you can tell.
Right. Anybody up for some beach volleyball?
Outside. Tell us what you saw. So we had a party here all day. You can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party.
Commercial.
And we all decided, hey, when we hear Trump up there, we're going to walk up through the field, stand by the trees out there under the shade, and and listen to the rally. Right? We couldn't see him, but we could hear him. So we walked up. And probably 5 to 7 minutes.
Hold on, real quick. So we're about to listen to a guy who couldn't even see Trump but can hear him, and that's the witness they're talking to?
Yeah, let's see what he has to say.
I'm estimating here. I have no idea, But we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us.
Why didn't you shoot him?
There, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground.
Okay, there were snipers on the roof, probably, right?
I think there's always snipers on the roof. Wherever the president is, there's always snipers on the roof.
There were supposed to be people up there with guns. Maybe you just saw. You have to like entertain the idea that you saw one of the militarized police with sniper rifles that would have been stationed up there.
Yeah.
We're like, hey man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle, and the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof, we can see him from right here. We see him. He's
tried to tactically relay my assertions to the law enforcement official and was met with blank stares and go fuck yourselves.
Maybe this is what we need to finally like get people to understand that the cops are useless.
Cops are in on it, bro.
Damn.
He's crawling. And
he's crawling.
I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking.
I was pointing. I was doing my duty as an American.
It sounds like he was going like, crawler. And like that's not gonna do the job, bro.
What the fuck?
Looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this, and next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service who were...
See, this just, I mean, did that guy, did the guy have like a love letter from the president of the Secret Service on him, on his body?
Yeah.
Will we the people get a chance to examine the shooter's body? Ask yourself that.
Yeah, I mean, will we ever find out that he had some like online girlfriend that was actually just the CIA that was telling him how much she would love him if he did this?
Well, that's real.
I know.
That's a real thing.
I know. I'm saying, but is that what happened here?
I think it was the Secret Service DEI hire who did it herself.
Totally. I love that. This guy, his family, his kids are gonna say like, he tried to save Trump, but they just weren't listening to him.
Yeah.
He tried to save him, right? He was doing like in his mind he was like, I could have saved the country.
Pointed and everything.
Looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean,
Every
this
roof.
is not a big place.
Did you see, I mean, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
Head's gone.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead.
Okay, so this guy's saying the shooter was definitely on a roof, and the Secret Service then finally took action, killed the guy, and then went up on the roof to examine the body. A pretty big lie. If it's not true.
Yeah.
That's
and also,
that's like a crazy thing to think you saw, right?
I hope this guy understands like what he experienced and like he just went through some pretty gnarly trauma if he did just see a guy get his quote head blown off. I hope he understands. I hope he talks to somebody about that. That's pretty gnarly.
Who is it here? Jay Trofe says that same thread has a video zooming in on a body on the roof. Let me see if I can find it. This was they grabbed the video from a different post, so the thread might be on that original post. Let me click through here. Okay, here's the zoom in. Okay, yeah, it's somebody lying on a roof. Looks like they're lying on their side.
The guy down.
That's wild. That roof looks like it's very visible and people can see it really easily.
It looks like they're wearing camo, almost.
Yeah.
I think they hit him because the guy he looks dead.
I don't know. I had to kick a guy out of the bar last night who looked just like that. So
pretty wild oversight that, yeah, there was a building that was just unmonitored if this is what happened.
It's this whole thing's wild.
Emergency room doctor talks about trying to save an innocent man who was shot in the head. I don't want to hear that.
No.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah, this is insane. We're like at like a little bit over an hour. Do you want to like hit with a couple little just like palate cleansers, just little?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. Still finishing the mud room.
Hell yeah.
Putting the cedar up. Hey, we'll have more content about this probably
obviously
on Monday. I guess there'll probably be stuff left to talk about. So this was just our immediate reactions to it, just immediately what I was seeing in our feed. But yeah, we'll probably be covering this on Monday's episode. But yeah, no, people may not know I had to rebuild part of my house because it was rotting, and so we built the wall, and I'm just putting up the cedar siding inside. I put up the siding on the outside. I have to wait for the caulk to cure that I put inside. You fill the voids that are left in the trim, between the trim and the sideboard, because the siding's at an angle or whatever. And so it's probably almost done, so I could probably paint the exterior soon. But right now I'm finishing the interior, putting up all the leftover cedar fence boards from when I built the fence. Me and my dad built the fence in the front yard 2 years ago. And I had cedar boards left over, and we were just like, perfect, because it's the mud room. It's like a covered patio essentially, but it's like built in like a house now. And it's just gonna smell like cedar when I'm finished.
Hell yeah, that's sick. I'm stoked for you. I hope I get to smell it in real life soon.
Yeah, how's it going with you?
Things are good. Ed or asked if I had any good bouncer stories. A funny thing happened this week. There's this kid, and he's like just a habitual line stepper, just like real disrespectful. Does that thing where he like acts overly familiar with you, like teases you, but it's like, we're not tight. You don't get to tease me.
Yeah.
Like he called me a fruit. I tell you that he called me a fruit. And it was really funny because I was just like, what an antiquated slur, bro. Like, what are you doing? And funnily enough, behind him was another very large gay black man. And me and him just kind of like made fun of the kid a bunch until the kid stopped talking to me. Anyways, apparently on Tuesday, he stepped in line, got too disrespectful, and he got 86, right? I wasn't working Tuesday. He got 86. I got let know he was 86. Don't want to come back in. I was like, fuck yeah. Because I don't like him for petty reasons. But nothing enough to make him not come back in.
That's not that petty. Him being that annoying to you, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. But that stuff you kind of got to put up with, like it's fine. But so Wednesday, this dude shows up to the bar at 10 when I show up, but not at the bar, across the street, listening to his speaker say anything style until close.
Just hanging out by himself?
By himself, like in protest.
Oof.
I'm like, brother, you're in Los Angeles. There are so many other bars. Go find another bar where they don't know you're a little weirdo. It was so funny and so pitiful, and it really made me chuckle. And I got a little bit of bad news. So for those who've been following, in my return from like mosh retirement over the past few years, I made a statement last year that the Brody King stage dive, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. It's the one where Brody King from God's Hate, he's a very large guy, is stage diving, and everybody loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thought it was so cool. And I said, okay, you guys like this? That means I'm allowed to stage dive. Right? That means I can do it. Last night I meet Brody King. Turns out I'm a little bit bigger than him. And I tell him this joke story. I say, yeah, so, I thought that was funny. I was like, oh, that means if they like you doing it, that means I'm allowed to do it. And he goes,
they didn't like me do it.
He goes, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's a wise choice. And I was like, oh, okay. And his band's whole thing is like, their whole thing is like, we're champions of violence. We're the most violent band. And so, yeah. So anybody who's looking forward to me stage diving on him, it's just not going to happen. It's a real shame.
It's a real shame. Can I throw my 2 cents in here?
Of course.
Not really about you stage diving. We can talk about that afterward, but I'm going to give what was his name again?
Brody King.
Brody King of God's Hate. Gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and think maybe he's referring to like the person that got paralyzed recently from a stage dive at a concert. Like there's a shit ton of quote stage dive discourse right now because somebody got really fucked up at a concert in like the last couple months.
Yeah.
And all the discourse is so annoying to me to see because it's just like I understand both sides of it. But then people are just so annoying, such annoying assholes about it. I'm like, I don't even want to wade in. Like my opinion is like stage dives happen at shows and it's like a degree of acceptable risk you have to take if you're going to stand up front or whatever. I think then on top of that, there's people who exploit that inherent unsaid agreement by head walking at inappropriate shows, or by crowd killing, stuff like that. I think, and so I think, I think it's fine to stage. I've only tried to stage dive once, and the people did not like it, and they dropped me immediately to the hardwood floor at Glass House in Pomona. So I just didn't bother trying again.
Well, what I really like to clarify is honestly, I was only able to pull off maybe 3 stage dives since I decided it was okay. I don't crowd surf. I just stage dive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I jump in a way that allows my body to come kind of in an angle. So I'm just going to push people. And my feet fall pretty fast. I look a little epic in the air for like a half second, and then I let my feet fall fast. I don't crowd surf because that's not okay. That's not okay.
Crowd surfing's kind of fine. It's hard.
I don't expect anyone to crowd surf me.
It's
I'm
hard to
way
do.
too large.
That's one of the funniest things to ever see at a show is somebody and maybe their friend or possibly just an enthusiastic acquaintance trying to get somebody to crowd surf, and it's just, it's like they're wading half like waist deep in a pool.
Yep, it's so funny. Are they trying to like boost them with their feet and stuff like that? It's cool when you can do it, but it's funny when it doesn't work at all. But don't worry, it's only the stage diving. I guess I'm gonna have to reflect on. I still did like bum a bunch of kids out, and it was really fun. It was a good show. I didn't go to see God Say It. I went to go see Speed. It was their record release show.
Yeah, the new shit's good.
It's so good. And then I saw this band, Demonstration of Power. They're from Glasgow, and they were fucking tight. Every band was tight. They were tight, and this band Four in Hands was tight, and Incendiary, so good. Incendiary did the Brat logo for their thing and I was so happy it was them because Incendiary actually has like a femme lead singer, so I'm happy it was them and not just some like silly goofy guys doing it. And it ruled. It was a sick show. If anyone's out at Sand and Fury this weekend, bang my line. You can come by the bar and say what's up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
While we're talking about hardcore, I found the band. When we were talking with Caleb, aka Bird Respecter from Western Kabuki, I brought up a hardcore band that was like weightlifting themed.
Yeah.
I think I even on that episode I said, and I know everybody was waiting desperately to hear if I would be able to remember this band. I know how engaged people were with.
I was getting as many DMs about this as you get about my editing.
Right. Yeah.
I was inundated.
The Mallcore beef, the David Draymond beef. I know all of this stuff was at the top of everybody's list, and I was just happy to be able to provide closure because I think even on the episode, I said I want to say it's Rampage, but it's not Rampage. And it is Rampage, but in my mind, the band that I was thinking of was even more weightlifting themed than Rampage. So I'm gonna pull up Rampage here.
Hell yeah.
I remembered there being a bodybuilder on the cover of the 7-inch. This is
me.
This is a sick-looking gorilla with a helmet that looks like a mad scientist experimental helmet to give it human intelligence or the capacity to speak or something like that. Possibly even telepathy, telekinesis. We don't know. But it's doing like the mosh. It's doing like the 2-step kind of mosh, but one hand has a dumbbell in it. And the name of the album is Heads in a Vice, but this is it, and this is particularly the song because I was like, okay, this has to be it. What'd you say?
Lean and Mean is the name of the song, which is sick.
Yeah, Lean and Mean is the name of the song. Unfortunately, I don't see the lyrics right here. I'm gonna try to pull them up on another page because they're very important.
Even though I'll never be lean, but I'll always be mean.
Okay, that was Being Thick is What I'm About.
Hell yeah. Oh.
I'm sure.
so like the guitars, all the speed's pretty brolic. They're all pretty jacked. The guitars, we've become kind of buds, and he's pretty brolic. And we linked up, and we were bummed because then he hit me up later. He's like, we should have taken a picture because we're both so brolic.
Oh yeah,
and I'm gonna send him this song now.
I'm shocked that this hasn't become a meme because, like, you know, listening to hardcore while lifting weights is like a meme. I mean, it's been a thing since the 2000s, or probably before, you know, from the fucking 90s. But I'm shocked because these lyrics are so good. Like, I can't find the lyrics written down anywhere. I never owned this 7-inch because I just thought they were kind of funny. But I'll try to relay the lyrics as I hear them.
One thing that will never be always there when I roll up my sleeve.
One thing that will always be there for me when I roll up my sleeve.
I'm moving weight without a doubt.
I'm moving weight without a doubt.
That's fucking right.
Being thick is what I'm about.
Being thick is what I'm about.
So real, so real.
With the bars in my hand.
With the bars in my hand.
Hell yeah.
I'm not eating rice like those dudes in Japan.
I don't know what that one was. I'm not something like those dudes in your band.
Those dudes in Japan. Lots of protein.
That was something lots of protein.
I think it was eat beef, lots of protein. which does rule.
This is from 2004 and it was on Lockin' Out. I remember. So Lockin' Out, I don't know if you heard the band Mental. I think it's Mental's label, but that's kind of what I because they're from Boston. Lockin' Out, I think, is Boston. And it's just
Locking Out of Mental and Grillo's Pickles fame.
Right. It's where Cold World was on Lockin' Out. R&R was on Lockin' Out, I think. Lots of good. Dump Truck, one of my favorites, was on Lockin' Out. I
think Def Heaven has Lockin' Out release.
Yeah, it was crazy. I didn't know Lockin' Out was still around. I was like looking at their 2018. They think they did like a basement record or like Fiddlehead or something like that. They had like alt
Birds in a Row. Birds in a Row, I think they did.
I didn't see that when I was looking at
I might be wrong.
Wikipedia. Birds in a Row is French, right? But
yeah.
But I guess, you know, they could have done the American distro. More lyrics from here. Lean in Me.
Those dudes in Japan. Lots of protein. Lifting weights, that's my scene.
Lifting weights, that's my scene.
That's my scene.
Like, how is this not on every straight edge dude's Spotify playlist?
This is making me want to get my gym membership back.
Okay, shout out to Sedentariat. Great username, by the way. It says the line before it was not eating rice like those dudes in Japan.
Ooh.
Rice is good for you, man. You
rice
fucking
is great
moron.
For you. Rice is like a nearly complete protein. Like a bowl of rice is better for you than like a slab of beef.
Cesspool says check out Diesel Dudes. Have you ever heard of Diesel Dudes?
No.
Well, that was Rampage. I'm glad I got closure on it, and I remembered there being like a Bad Boy style weightlifting cartoon bodybuilder guy on the cover. But this is even better because again, it's the gorilla moshing with a barbell in its fist and also a high tech brain altering helmet. Pretty good stuff.
Dude, catch me in the gym with a 75-pound barbell just doing this.
I want to play dump truck real quick. Okay, none of this is that. Dump truck. Let's just type in mental, see if that helps.
It'd be cool if dump truck was about big old butts.
Listen up.
I have this demo tape.
Dang.
This is another Lockin' Out exclusive.
Get ready for
Already
dump
love it.
truck!
And you know, boy, you know it's not.
good.
That's like clown mosh from Slipknot level shit. Listen to this
It
and
rules.
imagine a guy beating a keg drum. Yeah, good shit.
Dude, that just gave me like flashbacks of like playing FIFA and like drinking Paps in my shitty apartment with my best bud at the time. Where like the bathroom we had, it was like the living room was a living room, right? And the bathroom was just like a water closet that had a toilet, and then a separate around the corner water closet that had a sink. But the cool thing is though, is if you wanted to, you could open the door to the bathroom and take a dump while you're playing FIFA still. And it was great.
Wow.
And like this is one of the ones we would listen to all. It was like this in Cold World all day.
Double Negative says, "Oh, I didn't know the Grillo's Pickles lore of being by a hardcore record label guy. I think they just did a collab. It's not
I think they're just like friends.
It's not the same owner, from what I understand.
Yeah, they're just like friends. But like, if anyone sees it and wants to pick me up the double extra large Grillo's Pickles locking out jersey, thank you.
Unbelievably sick. Okay, so we're gonna watch Diesel Dudes and then get out of here.
We need more hockey themed hardcore. It's been a long time. Like actually like type of thing already.
This is sick. So it
Yeah,
sounds like Godflesh, kind of. It sounds
Totally.
like faster, less intense Godflesh.
Dude, some kid came in with the sickest Godflesh hoodie last night. It was so hard.
Which one was it?
It just had some crazy like
Big
like
graphic
industrial graphic on the front, and then it said Godflesh real big on the back. It was just super hard.
Yeah, all the graphic design that he uses for his albums, and I think most of the merch, is really. I mean, the street cleaner shirt is that's the shirt. That's like one of the best shirts ever made. Except it has like kind of like fiery crosses on it, which I wonder if people question. But there's like people on the crosses. They're like
Don't worry.
actually.
It's not just
crucified.
crosses; it's actual people.
And the fire is just like superimposed over the image. Like it's not a burning cross on a black person's lawn or anything like that.
Cesspool says they lift weights during the show. These guys, Diesel Dudes, that fucking rules.
I saw some weights right here, littering the floor by their performance.
If I was like a hardcore band, I would for sure have like a barbell on there and just rip out some curls mid-set all day.
Do they have live videos here? I'd like to see what they actually sound like live.
This looks sick.
Spot me while I lift. Watch me take a hit.
Oh, fuck yeah. You smoke weed and lift weights? That's my shit.
Okay, so I don't want to alarm people, but it literally is a guy in a mask beating a giant floor tom with a drumstick. That is what we're in for. We are in for some Slipknot clowncore shit, which is fine. I'm just wanting everybody.
Yeah,
to
we're
be
fans. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, kind of boring. Okay, so he's not playing drums. All right, I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
Or they're
Drop beats! wanna live. Watch me take a hit. Don't beat, straight to push. I'll always have your back. Virgin's really grown.
This is great. I love it. And he is drumming along to the backing track. So for what it's worth, there is like some live sound here.
This fucking rules.
Yeah, it's good. I don't need all the theatrics necessarily. I think they kind of maybe a little too much, like duration.
Yeah,
you know, just my opinion.
Growing too. Time to really start working on our loves.
It sounds like he's singing for Despise You. It sounds like he's singing for a power violence band. Like that's the way that guy from Despise You sings.
But he's talking about smoking weed and lifting weights, and like those are three of my favorite things: smoking weed, lifting weights, and power violence. Like that's fucking sick.
How's it fucking feel when all your friends have died?
Like that's what this sounds like.
Yeah.
So he's doing a push-up.
Hell yeah.
On stage, doing a couple push-ups.
He did one.
Now we're in the locker room, taking out the bomb. We take it to the steam room, even though it's wrong. Really side, we're watching us aspire. Play it for her, smoke no desire. How could I control?
Did you say wait?
Are they talking about fucking in the steam room now? That's cool.
I missed the exact lyrics.
Really side. Like a bomb. We take it to the steam room, even though it's wrong. Really side, we're watching us aspire. Play it for her, smoke no desire.
Okay, I couldn't hear any of that, but he did say going to the steam room, even though it's wrong.
Yeah.
So, are all their songs about? I mean, the album's called New Muscles. So
I will be listening to this on my free time for sure.
History Buff, Planet Fitness, Boulder Toss, Earth Mover, this is Zamboni. These are good song names. History Buff is pretty funny. I bet those lyrics are funny. Hellman, Last Gentleman Climber. This is pretty good stuff. Thanks for the rec. Robin, Grillo's Pickles is hardcore. Confirmed. They have a collaboration with Lockin' Out Records of Boston renown. Is Tony still there or is he frozen? Oh, no. Tony's just frozen. Yeah, anyway. Okay, well, I think that's a good sign. Oh, there's another Tony entering. Yeah, a second Tony has entered the chat.
I have no idea what happened.
Wow. Everybody saw it. Everybody. There were two Tony. Which is the real Tony? How do we know this is the real one?
I don't know if you guys saw this, but I actually caught some glass to the face, and I had some anesthesia surgery. So
yeah. So if Tony's ears look different, it's because he survived an assassination attempt. It's not because he's been swapped with a body double.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. That's so funny. But I do got to wrap it up though.
Yeah, I figured. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks for joining, everybody. Thanks for helping us process the news of the day. This episode will be available in an audio form in the Patreon podcast feed. We'll get that uploaded soon for everybody who tuned in late or whatever. You'll be able to just listen to it on your podcast, whatever you play a podcast on, your phone probably. By going over to patreon.com/miniondeathcult. Support us for $5 a month. We don't run any ads. We're entirely listener supported. You get this death chat in podcast episode form as well as a bonus episode every week.
Yes.
Thanks everybody for joining. It was a lot of fun, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Love y'all. Peace.
Bye.